Hi everyone, I'm Mishka and welcome back to my channel. In today's episode of Our Life Beginnings and Always, we are going to be doing step 5. Ooh, geez, not step 5. Moment 5 of step 1. I always get those two confused. But before we get into it, if this video is entertaining to you in any way, then please hit the subscribe button and share with your friends so that they can find my amazing channel just like you have right now. So yeah. Lastly, I hope you enjoy. So, fireflies. Alright, tonight we're going to catch fireflies. Ooh, that sounds fun. At this blunt declaration from your sister, you looked up from your macaroni and cheese dinner. Fireflies were a familiar sight over summer, coming out on warm nights to dance through the sky. Tonight was particularly blammy. You knew there were bound to be a ton of them around. Oh, you are you? Yeah, Mom. You rocked lightly from side to side in your seat, already excited for your after-dinner activity. Catching fireflies was a great way to spend a summer evening, and you could already envision the little lightning bugs drifting through the darkened sky. That's a good idea, Lizzie. Can we, Mrs. Rose? Shiloh tapped his fork against the table excitedly, his face lighting up as he looked at Lizzie. It was unusual for Shiloh to still be here. Like always, his mom had to bring him over really early in the morning before her job started. But normally she would have picked him up by now. She called before dinner to let your mom know she'd be late. You didn't hear why. Probably more work things. You thought maybe getting to hang out with Shiloh for longer is what made Lizzie want to keep running around outside. Staying at home and watching TV was never an option for her with guests over. That's why you were pretty sure she'd get your moms to agree. What? Well, it's already so dark out there. Lizzie gave Mom the best puppy dog eyes she could, slowly spooning mac and cheese into her mouth while you waited there for their response.
There.
Let them go. Nights like this don't happen every day. Your parents exchanged a look, and then Mom eventually sighed and nodded back. Yes. Along with Lizzie's cheers, you threw your arms up in triumph, but waited until you finished chewing to say anything because you knew it was rude to talk with your mouth full.
Fine.
Fine. Just make sure you stay on the hill behind our house with all the poppies, okay? Duh, Mom, that's where most of them are. The idea had only just been planted in your head but already you could... Oh, jeez. Okay, sorry. The idea had only just been planted in your head, but already you could just picture all the glowing legs spread out in front of you, like the fairies from the bedtime stories Mommy read sometimes. All too quickly, it became a race to see who could finish their food first. No checking at the dinner table now. That's right, if someone died, we have to cancel the Firefly trip after all. Mom said it like a joke, but you knew that they were both telling you kids to slow down. Shiloh did immediately. When you glanced at Lizzie, you still saw her still eating faster than she should. Elizabeth.
Jeez.
No one's gonna die, sheesh. That's funny. A knock on the door interrupted Mom before she could no doubt scold your sister. I'll get it. I wonder who it is. Your big sister jumped out of her seat and ran over to the door, pulling it open without even looking at the window to see who it was.
Huh?
What? You shifted in your seat to try and get a glimpse of the unexpected guest.
Hi.
Cove! Hello, Cove. Good evening, Cove. Your mommy had already walked to the door by the time you managed to see past Shiloh's flappy hat. Oh, Cove, you're here. Hi. There were a million things you thought of what you wanted to tell him about Lizzie's homer and the baseball game earlier in the day. Your first successful cartwheel. Oh, wow, really? Wait, I'm so proud of ourselves. But most importantly, you wanted to ask if he'd come firefly catching with you all. You saw him direct a smile at you and return it with an eager wave. Then for a few seconds, Cove said nothing. He only stood there and looked up at your mom with a face almost like he was considering turning around and leaving. My dad told me you dropped this off because I guess he borrowed it from you. Cove took a familiar screwdriver from out of his large pocket. side pocket, sorry. Ours now dropped to the floor. We left ours back home when we moved. Great, thanks, bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Here, why don't you come inside for a bit? Lizzie crossed her arms and lifted her chin. Cove shrugged and Mom stood from the table too. I'll give your dad a call to let him know you got here alright. Cove shuffled fully inside, eyes remaining on the ground. Mom had closed the door behind him.
Hi.
Hi, Cove. Charlotte gave Cove a friendly smile while waving by holding his hand and opening and closing his fingers. Cove nodded in response. Cove, are you gonna catch fireflies with us? You could see Lizzie eyeing you for mentioning the excursion to an outsider, but she'd get over it. Yeah, she'd get over it. Whatever. I don't care about Lizzie or Shiloh. You crossed your fingers behind your head and looked at Cove expectantly, hoping he would say yes and you'd get to spend time with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I've never caught one before. It's too bad he didn't have a chance before now. The fireflies weren't out when he first moved in, and there must not have been anywhere he used to live. We can't go until after dinner. After she pointed this out, Lizzie walked back to the table and took her seat. There wasn't much left on her plate. Since this was very true, you decided to finish up your own stuff as well. Cove stepped closer and eyed what was on the menu for your family's meal. Have you eaten yet? Yeah, my dad and I ate earlier. What did you have? Eggs. The clipped one answer seemed to discourage Charlie from asking any more questions. His eyes slowly wandered back to the last scraps of food on his plate. Her phone call with Cove's dad must have ended because your mom came back into the room.
Okay.
Cove, your dad said you can stay for a while if you like, but he's gonna come get you before it gets too much later. Sure.
Fun.
Oh, fun. This will be so nice. As you polished off the meal, you hoped it would be too. The three of you all finished eating shortly after, and Lizzie led the way outside. Remember, don't stray too far. It's fine, Mom. Charlie trailed so closely after Lizzie he was nearly stepping on her heels. Cove hesitated at the door. Coming? After a moment, he did.
Bye.
Bye, children. The two of you were a good 10 or 15 feet behind Lizzie and Shiloh by the time you walked outside. You pushed the door shut behind you, watching their figures get farther and farther away. Hurry up! You're so slow, Mina. We don't have all night. You started to run when you heard Lizzie's voice calling you, but paused when you saw Cove still walking at a relaxed pace. You walk with him. What the heck? You followed behind, tossing him a smile. Don't worry, you're gonna love it. Cove glanced over at you, giving you a slow nod with a strange look on his face. What is it? Nothing. Aw, he's so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh jeez. Oh, that's really pretty. By the time you two reached the hill, Lizzie had already climbed to the top. Shiloh was spinning in circles somewhere around the middle. Bright winking lights floated like buoys. Okay. I forgot how to say this word, because I haven't said it in like a long time. Buoys. 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 Gosh. Buoys on a wave. One drifted close enough for you to see the firefly at the center of the glow, and you looked at Cove excited to see his reaction. He looked just as entranced. Wow. Oh, sorry. Charlie took a moment to come over and welcome the both of you to the hill. Hi guys, it's really great out, huh? See how many there are? Yeah. A firefly danced through the air, landing on Cove's sea green head. You and Charlie can have a giggle. Covering your head, oh jeez. Covering your mouth with a hand, the sound escaped you and Cove looked at you in confusion. What?
Oh.
Oh look, Lizzie has one, that's amazing. Charlie ran to the highest point of the hill, making sure not to lose his hat or backpack along the way. You hummed as the group divided and conquered, shifting your gaze to the dozens of other fireflies sailing around. The game was on. No, we were good at not getting cuts or scratches. Spotting one close by, you approached it with assassin-like stealth, crouching down to make yourself seem like less of a threat. Slowly dragging one foot in front of the other, you crept up towards it, arms outstretched. You closed your hands around the little glowing orb, careful not to crush it. The firefly landed on your palm, almost docile, and you stared down at your prize in delight. Its tiny legs tickled your skin, and you giggled at the sensation. Cove kept up with his own target. When he tried to grab it with his peak cast, waved awkwardly through the air, foiling his efforts to clap his hands around the firefly. Cove watched it vanish into thin air with a dissatisfied expression on his face. Tell me about the firefly we have. Hey, wanna see the one I got? Like, we could probably give it to him. Cove gave one more look in the direction of his lost prize before coming closer and peering at the insect still crawling across your palm. You held out your hand and he leaned closer, eyes widening a tad behind his glasses. Cove remained hypnotized with the little bug as he inched his hand closer to yours. Wait, what? Oh my goodness! Ultimately, he settled his fingers lightly over the top of the ones you were holding open. It tingled. Wait, what? No, stay very still. The last thing you wanted was to accidentally scare off the tiny... Wait, oh jeez. The last thing you wanted was to accidentally scare the tiny treasure off. I'll take a picture of that. Oh wow! It's one of the mini CGs that I heard about, I think. Well, I like the bracelet. That's pretty. The firefly, noticing the new connection, crawled up onto Cove's hand. He quietly gasped. It worked. Yeah, you got one. This is so cool, oh my god. Cove's lips turned up into a slow smile and his eyes shined brighter than the bug. Thanks, Mina! Your eyes and his locked together while still holding hands. Oh! Oh my god! Oh god. Oh my god. No! Why would you pull away, you idiots? Startled by the extreme movement, the tiny light disappeared before you could even blink. Your firefly was gone.
Sorry.
Oops, sorry. It's fine. That's okay, I couldn't keep it forever.
You're
Right. Bugs have to stay outside. Let's get another. No, collect more. We can work together. His face broke out into a wide grin. We'll get a bunch. With renewed vigor, you ran out onto the hill. You're not sure how much time passed while you were in the thick of it. All you could focus on was the adventure at hand. No critter was safe from your grasp. At first, you tried to keep a tally of how many you had caught, but once the number grew higher than 10, you had no more fingers left to count with. You were having the time of your life, racing up and down the hill with the crash of the ocean and the sound of everyone's laughter echoing in the background.
Mina!
Mina, this way! You followed the sound of Cove's voice to the top of the hill, watching as he stretched his arms in front of him, reaching with his fingers and only narrowly missing his target. Cove and you took turns trying to scare fireflies in the direction of the other. You showed him some techniques that you had learned, like how to cup your hands correctly, and he listened attentively before trying for himself. There were a few times where you almost ran into each other, but giggling as you dove to the side at the last moment. Luckily, disaster was avoided each time. That's good. It was an overall huge success with the both of you catching multiple fireflies each. Eventually, the fireflies began to thin out and your energy started to lapse. You decided it was time to call off the hunt. Cove didn't complain. He breathed in heavily and his face seemed really flushed. That was fun. A lot of fun. You're so cute, Cove. Oh my gosh. You smiled at him broadly, happy that he enjoyed the activity. Yeah, it was.
Come on!
Mina, Cove, get up here. We're gonna have a race. The shouting caught you off guard. It had been quite a while once you heard from Lizzie or Shiloh. You glanced over to see them both standing on the top of the hill again, Lizzie beckoning to you with quick hand gestures. If she was like that, you knew there wasn't much room for a disagreement. Up the incline you went. From the corner of your eye, you saw Cove was coming as well. He didn't care for Lizzie a lot, so you thought he might be intrigued just by the idea of a race. Hi.
Oh.
Hi, Cove, you can't roll down the hill. You could hurt your arm again. You'll have to be the referee for the rest of us. As Lizzie pointed this out, Cove froze in place. Oh, it was that kind of race. He frowned down his cast. That was the second time it had gotten the way tonight. What? Yeah, you'll watch and see who gets to the bottom first. That's important. Got it?
I guess.
Okay. The cast was sturdy. If he was careful, he could have done it. Lizzie might have just been looking for a reason to make someone else the referee, but it was already decided. Oh God, my throat. You got in position for the race. Satisfied at this, Lizzie moved to lay down and Shiloh did the same. Cove stood slightly to the side to get a better vantage point. It seemed like he was taking his newfound referee duty seriously. Countdown. You quickly got into position as well, resting your side in the grass and tucking your arms close to your chest. 3, 2, 1, go. The three of you took off, letting gravity do the work and rolling at high speed towards the bottom. You squeezed your eyes shut and a delighted laugh leaving you and consensually allowing a few blades of grass into your mouth. You sputtered, reaching up to wipe them away, threw you off balance and set you careening sideways. Oof. Everyone started too close together because the slight turn made you, then Charlie, and then Lizzie collide in a heap. You tumbled down the last few feet in a pile. Charlie's elbow was in your stomach, and you were pretty sure Lizzie's hair was in your mouth, but you had survived. Perhaps it wouldn't have been safe for Cove after all. You could hear him laughing in the distance. When you opened your eyes and you saw the star sky above, and Cove still at the top of the hill, staring down at the three of you with an amused look on his face. Hey, cool crash. I think Mina was the first one at the bottom. Jeez, cannot talk. That didn't count. We need a redo. No, I won, Lizzie. Haha. Kids, it's time to come in. Oh, no. You sighed, not knowing if it was from contentment or exasperation, and closed your eyes again. It had gotten late and was beginning to feel just a bit chilly as you made your way out of the hills. The cold in the air hadn't dampened anyone's spirits. The four of you walked back home together, side by side, down your neighborhood street, discussing the evening, with each person trying to prove that they were the one who caught them as fireflies. You knew that whoever really did... Oh wait, Sorry, okay. You knew that whoever really did catch the most didn't matter much anyway. All that mattered was that you all had a good time, which, judging by the smiles on everyone's faces, you did. And everyone, that is the end of the 6th episode. Jeez, that was... Okay, yeah, that was my favorite moment so far for step 1. I really liked the Firefly part because I used to really love Fireflies, so yeah. But lastly, you're a gentleman. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye!